Today we're going to talk about a critical issue in the field of addictions, which has helped maintain the wrong paradigm. And I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes about how this heritability issue has confused a lot of people. When people ask, is addictions genetic or environmental in causation, the field says it's 40 to 60% genetic, 40 to 60% environmental. Well, they settle on 50-50. But they never tell you how they came up with those numbers. They never justify it, and they never rationalize it. And because of that, we're stuck with the old environmentalistic psychobabble nonsense that allows people to abuse the addict in a stereotypical manner. I don't believe environment has anything to do with addictions, except to tell you, to make available for you what you're going to get addicted to. This is a disease of addictability, and as far as I can tell, both experimentally and in my experience over the last 30 years of watching addicts, everything is built in genetically. The heritability stuff has been misused for as long as they've been doing it, to maintain the environmental causation of addictions, because they want it that way, not because it is that way. As long as there's environmental aspects to addiction causation, you can always blame the addict for causing his own addiction and punish. The genetic etiology of addictions gets rid of that. And that's the way it is. It's not because I want it. It's because it is that way. And the studies just haven't been done yet to show 100% genetics, which is a failure of the field, but I'm not sure that you can prove that addictions are 100% genetic. The heritability studies, of course, are done with identical twins and adopted children, and mathematically come up with a number. Number one, heritability is about the overall population and variation within the population. And it says the number that's arrived at says that the variation is caused by genetic effects, not individual addicts' addictions being caused by genetics. It's a population at large phenomenon. It's not an individual phenomenon. So when you get 50-50 heritability of 50%, it doesn't mean anything about the individual. It's about the variation of addiction occurring in an overall population. So it's really being misused as a concept to give us a percent causation being genetic or environmental. It's not a concept. It's not a mathematical construct that can be used to determine what an individual is. That's one thing. The second problem with heritability is that they're doing heritability of individual addictions, and that's not the issue with addictions. Addictions are about addictability of the person. He can get there are approximately 200 addictions available, and the individual can be addictable to several at any one time. So to study the heritability of a single addiction automatically rules out a lot of numbers. But the question is whether you're addicted to anything, not to a specific thing. And all the heritability studies that have been done are all about a single addiction, and that's not the disease. The disease is, is addictability your problem? And if it is, then you have to study all addictions in any one study, not a single addiction. Therefore, the numbers are coming out too low than what reality is. Reality is not 50%. My feeling, it's 100%. And it may be difficult to prove. But I think addictability ought to be done in one study. And then we can see what the numbers, what kind of numbers we get when we do it that way.
Hopefully the